Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel, baby. I had to talk about this because I had said this before a while ago that a lot of men who are LGBTQ, they want to sleep with your man. Your man. This is EJ Johnson. This is the son of Magic Johnson, the sports player, the basketball player. He's openly LGBTQ, living his life, doing his thing. And he recently said on a podcast that he doesn't want the flamboyant gay men like him. He wants a straight man who sleeps with women. Okay, that's what he wants. And a lot of them feel this way. He's not the first one that I have heard say this, okay? They don't want an actual feminine LGBTQ man. He said he wants a man who sleeps with women, a masculine, basically straight man. Is he really straight if he's sleeping with an openly flamboyant LGBTQ man? So look, we talk about it. We've talked about it. On the down low, keep it on the down low. Nobody has to know. Oh, I couldn't help but think of, keep it on the down low with R. Kelly, even though it was a woman and a man. But we hear, keep it on the down low, because that's what they want. They want the DL. They want it. Well, do they really want a DL relationship though? I mean, because he's openly LGBTQ. But it sounds like to me he would be having smecks with a DL man, a man who is sleeping with women, who claims to be straight but is sleeping with him. Let's just get into it and see what he was saying on this podcast.
The biggest storylines on your spinoff was, you and your sister liking the same guy.
Honestly, that is ultimately what got the show picked up. But also, in terms of the gender and sexualities and stuff like that, it was very important because that happens. I don't attract gay men, and I'm not attracted to gay men. Like, it's just not a thing.
Tell me more about that.
I think, like, if you ask any of the girls, like, they'll tell you the same. And I think they're just labels. That's why, like, I don't care what, like, I'm dating someone. I'm like, I don't care what you identify as or what you call yourself, as long as you're happy being who you are. But to be honest, it's like, that's why I don't go to gay clubs. I don't go to, gay things, because it's like the men that I attract are not there. And also, like, they're like, they kind of like wave you off. You're just like, oh, that, hey girl, like, it's not, you're not in here, like the rest of us are. It's just, it's always, but I never really understood it until now, because before, when I would go and I just was like, there's something about this room. It's like, it's almost like they don't want me here. Like, I'm not really in it here, because I'm not presenting as a man. I'm not presenting in that way.
And to be clear, the gay community room.
Yeah.
Of your own community. Yeah.
But it's not like a shameful thing, or just like, oh, they're mean to me, but it's like, these are not my men in terms of attraction. Now, if I'm just going to have a kiki, sure. But, like, these are not the men that are interested in me in that capacity. I do that when I go to the straight rooms.
So. So, has it always been that way for you in terms of when it comes to men? Has it always been what some people consider the straight guy always being the one that would approach you?
Or somebody who, has been intimate and dating, women for most of their life, or like up until then. For sure. Absolutely. It has always been that way, but now it's like even more so. Now that I definitely present in more of a feminine way. Because also, like, it's like my energy is that.
I'm going to keep it all the way real, and I'm going to say what some people don't want to say. This man he attracts DL men. He says that when he's in the room with other gay men, they're not coming for him. You know why? Because a lot of them are bottoms. They're bottoms. I had heard years ago that they said there's a shortage of tops. Okay, y'all are all basically like women. A number of them. They can miss me saying that sexuality doesn't exist. There's a reason why you want a man who sleeps with women who presents as straight, because you're a lot of them. I'm not trying to be mean. You're a bottom. You're being dominated sexually. You're moaning and screaming like a woman. You are the woman. That's why you don't seek flamboyant men, or they're not trying to get with you, because they feel like they are women. They're in their feminine and they want a masculine man. So they want to get a man who seems, well, he's masculine. He sleeps with women. Some of them get off on being able to sleep with straight men, like, oh my God, I turned him out, or I'm his woman now type of thing. He says that he attracts a lot of men who sleep with women, and he's not attracted to gay men. What he really means, in my opinion, he's not attracted to feminine gay men, because, well, both of y'all would be the woman. Okay. Most men who are doing trans and all this other stuff, they're simply men who are attracted to men who feel and want to be women, and they start dressing like women. They have feminine ways and all of that. It's whatever. It's whatever. That's just the facts. And now you want to feel like the woman being dominated by the man. Sexuality does exist. There's a reason you want a so-called heterosexual man who dominates and sleeps with women, because we're in our feminine. We're being dominated in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying, right? So, look, I mean, he's just keeping it real. He's saying when he goes into rooms where the men are allegedly straight, they're approaching him. Why? Because they're on the down low and they're bisexual, and majority of them are in the closet, aka they've only been with women, he said, up until when they start talking to me. They still are in the closet. You are in a down low sort of relationship going on. These men are not straight. Straight men do not desire or get down with men. So they're not straight. They're in the closet. They're on the down low. And look, he says he doesn't really attract, I guess, the feminine or fellow gay men. Maybe he would date them. I'm not sure, but that's not what he attracts or whatever. But he did say that he's attracted to men who are allegedly straight. That doesn't exist if he's sleeping or talking to you. He's not straight. He's on the down low. He's on the down low. Okay. And I'm going to take it there. Look, I believe in treating all people with respect. I've never believed in discrimination towards anyone because of who they choose to sleep with. But yes, I do have a problem with the down low community, because they are ruining Black women's wombs and lives, and a lot of them do not care. They do not care the pain that they have caused so many of you by getting infected with HIV from their community. Yes, you can still look. Look, I'm not playing these games. I have been researching and looking up statistics for years and what the problem is as to why Black women are getting affected the most. A lot of these dudes do not care. They're not your friend as far as when it comes to your health. Okay. And I'm saying what I'm saying because, look, it says 1 in 2 Black American gay and bisexual men will catch HIV or already have it. 1 in 2 means 50%. Half of them, that is a crisis. So 50% of their community has it already. And then they want to sleep with your supposedly straight men, which they've already been doing because they are bisexual in denial, on the down low. And then this is the problem on what's going on. It says Black, gay, and bisexual men are disproportionately affected by HIV in the U.S. They represent 35% of the new HIV diagnosis. This was in 2022, and it's still the same. I have shown you the chart before, but everybody knows Black women out of all the races of women in America have the highest HIV rates every single year because your men keep going into their community, which has a 50% half of their community positive, and then they come back to you. And a lot of these so-called straight men are sleeping with openly and closeted LGBTQ men, and these LGBTQ men want to sleep with your man. Y'all are sharing them between you, and the Black woman is not consenting to this. And people can get mad all they want, but it's not rocket science what I just showed on what's a part of the problem, and they don't care about how it's affecting you or your pain. And yes, a lot of them would be happy to sleep with your fine so-called straight man because they think they're women or they're in their feminine and they are being dominated just like you in the bedroom, and they want a top. They don't want another bottom, because they're the bottom. And y'all, I mean, look, what more can I say? What more can I say? So, I mean, he just basically said that, look, when he goes around other LGBTQ men, they're not really always attracted or checking for him all the time. But when he goes into rooms where the men are supposedly straight, he's attracted to them and they're attracted to him because, yeah, the men are on the down low again. And the other gay men, well, they are feminine bottoms like you. And I'm not saying that to be mean. So no, they don't want you because they are feminine and they want a man. And there's a shortage of tops, and a lot of men who are gay are usually bottoms. That's just what it is majority of the time. So I just wanted to share this with you and to show you again. I mean, look, you can't be mad at him completely because if your man is going up over there, I mean, who are you going to be mad at? Because your man is the one creeping out on you, and your man is the one lying to you that he's straight when he's really not. My thing is that so many of these gay men, they don't feel any shame or feel bad at all about AKA taking your man, sleeping with your man, endangering you with HIV. They don't give a damn. They don't care. That's why you never hear them talk about it. Okay? And then they'll say things like, well, they'll try to say, well, those stats don't mean anything. And, oh, well, heterosexual. No, baby, we're looking at the stats. We can put 2 and 2 together. Okay? And I'm not saying that men who sleep with women cannot also pass that around. But when you're dealing with down low men going into a community of a 50% rate, stop playing with me. Okay, we're going to use our brains with that. But with anything with this video, all I want to say is that if a so-called straight man is dealing with you and he only sleeps with women, he's on the down low. Okay, he's on the down low. You're dealing with a man on the down low. Half of the men are not going to go in and they're not going to walk in public with you, half of them. Most of them are not going to do that. So why would you feel comfortable with that type of relationship anyway? Because half of them are never going to claim you like that on average. They're going to hide it from their girlfriends and wives and family members. That's all I wanted to say with this video. Let me know what you think about what he said, and I'll be reading your comments. You all take care, and I'll be talking to you later. And this is not, some people get real sensitive when I make some videos like this. This is not a video to say that I have a hate in my heart for you or I'm targeting you and all that. I'm just keeping it real from my observations, from what I'm seeing, okay? So you all take care. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell. Click all notifications so you know when I'm live. You all take care.